What's up YouTube, I'm GT John, and this is going to be a That Dude in Blue style review of my 2014 Volkswagen Jetta Sportwagon TDI. Let's get started. Alright, so just jumping into it, going over all the little small features, at least on the inside. It does have the leather interior. It is the premium package. The only thing this package did not come with is the moonroof, but that is okay. It does have the 2.0 or 2.0 liter turbocharged TDI engine, or a turbo diesel engine. It's actually a pretty sweet car. As you can see, it's got now 31,000 miles on it. The fuel mileage on this car is pretty intense, which I'll have to show you guys. Plenty of backroom seating and plenty of storage in the back. Don't mind my microfiber towels there, that's for a different video. And under the hood there's not much really to see here other than the engine cover. It covers pretty much everything. And if you guys were wanting to know, the little spoolie boy, or the turb ski, is right down there. So just a little information about me getting this car. I was actually looking for a daily driver for my wife. She needed something that got good gas mileage. She needed something that was reliable. It would get her from point A to point B reliably on time every day. So she ended up finding a Sportwagon that she liked and actually went and test drove it. And it was actually one that was tuned and it was on lowered springs. So it handled pretty good, but the ride was pretty rough. But I fell in love with this car as soon as I test drove it, and then I ended up not buying that one, and then I found this one and test drove it, and of course it was exactly the same, other than it didn't have suspension or it wasn't tuned, but it still performs. So in lower RPMs, as you can hear, it does sound like a diesel, and upon startup inside the car, or if you pop the hood, it sounds exactly like a diesel would. You know, it's a little bit louder than the gasoline engine, but it's not too terribly bad. And my favorite thing about this car is when the turbo spools up. Like right now, below 1800 RPMs, there's nothing, but then when you get on it, there it is. God. And there we go. And that's not even full throttle. And that right there is exactly what made me fall in love with this car. When I was test driving this car, I literally giggled every time I got on the gas, or I should say accelerator pedal, because it is a diesel. I started giggling every time I got on it, just because when the turbo would spool up, it would, you know, kind of push it back and take off. Now, this isn't a performance car by any means, so it's nothing like driving a turbo Corvette or anything like that. But coming from like a sedan version, or, you know, a daily driver, kind of a grandma car, a mom and pop car, whatever you want to call it, you would not expect it to have any get up and go at all. But surprisingly, it actually has the same amount of torque my Mustang does, and it actually weighs a few hundred pounds less than my Mustang does, believe it or not, which is pretty funny. So you put all that torque, the turbo spool, and that lightweight into account, and it just goes. And I mean, it goes very quickly, pretty fast, before you even realize that you're going way over the speed limit. So here's a little pull for you. So this car is equipped with the engine, like I had recently said, the 2-liter turbo diesel, or TDI engine, which is Volkswagen's diesel engine. That is the engine that Volkswagen got caught in their, you know, emissions gate, diesel gate, whatever you want to call it, or their emissions scandal, where they had lied about how much emissions it's putting out. They had gave it a tune to where when, you know, the EPA would hook up their diagnostics, or however they do their emissions tests, they had tuned it to where it would trick that, and it would say that it's passing, but it's actually not. it was putting out like 4 times the amount of emissions that it's legally supposed to, which I will make a video touching that later, you guys will see. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss that. All in all, this is a great little car. It's very fun to drive. I absolutely love driving it. Even though it's really for my wife, I drive it pretty much all the time. So here comes some windy roads that will really get to test the suspension. And this is one of the real windy parts coming up. You guys will probably remember this road on the my Mustang GT review that I did. Oh yeah. Here we go, hard turn at speed. Oh wow, it handles it really good. So the Volkswagen engineers, when they were designing this car, one thing that they really wanted to push was they wanted to lower the center of gravity of the car, and that's exactly what they did. So you don't have that top-heavy feeling like you do in most sedans, or in most station wagon or sport wagon sedans, I should say. So it kind of gives you a little bit more confidence when you're taking turns. You don't have that, heavy SUV feeling or anything like that. It's very fun to drive, and I will say, it's even with the stock suspension, it handles pretty damn good. Now, you can get, a body kit on this, and you can do suspension and everything else, and you can make this car handle absolutely amazing and make it like an autocross killer pretty much. And of course, because it is a diesel, just a simple tune will really wake this beast up. I don't know for sure how much boost it's putting out from the factory. It's probably something below, like, say 8 pounds of boost or something like that. It's supposed to be for fuel efficiency, not quite performance, but you can very easily push the performance out of it with just a simple tune. Now, I don't know how much boost the engine can handle. That's something you would have to look into if that's an option for you. So anyways, this car, if you drive it like a normal person does, it actually got 39.5 miles to the gallon combined city and highway. My wife and I took it on a road trip a few weeks ago. Now, if you drive it like me, you get about 30 miles to the gallon combined, which is still pretty good considering, it's a long station wagon looking car, and I drive like a madman, to be honest with you. It has plenty of torque for passing people. It has plenty of torque for getting up and down hills. You don't have to feel anything, or you don't feel any like sluggishness or anything like that, or any lag. To be completely honest with you, I actually want to put this platform in another vehicle. Say, I want to take this turbo diesel engine and transmission that's on it. I would love to put that in, say, an all-wheel drive platform and build that. That's kind of a goal of mine I would really like to maybe do in another year or two from now, but we'll see where I get from there anyways. So, if you're in the market you're looking for something that's, efficient but also fun, I would highly recommend doing this. And because of the emission problem that happened a few years ago where Volkswagen got caught, like I was just recently talking about, they literally were buying these cars back for, it was like 150%, I believe it was, or something crazy like that, of what you bought it for. And now they're selling them for real cheap. So you can right now get one of these cars with really low miles and great condition for very cheap. Get a very good deal on it. This car only had one owner on it, and it had 20,000 miles on it, and we got a really good deal. So I'm very happy about that. And if I was in a little bit of a different position, I would totally sell my daily driver, the Mercury, and I would buy one of these as my daily driver and have this and my Mustang, and I would totally build this. It would not stay stock if I had it, so it's probably a good thing I don't have it. But anyways, I hope this video was informative to you guys and you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, and thanks for watching.